Good evening, everybody, and welcome to today's episode of Robot Wars Reborn Cup. If you see the green screen moving behind me very oddly, it's because Magic is right now in the curtain, playing with it, and trying to bite my feet. It's a little bit painful, so I'm going to try and get through these studio shots quick so she doesn't ruin the green screen. Hope you're excited for today's heat. It's going to be an effing good one. What do you think, Rich? You excited? That's right. Rich is on vacation. Well, who do I have to do all this? I'll do it. Alright, fine, I'll do it. And here is the lineup for what's going to be an effing good heat. The number 5 seed Apollo will look to make it at least back to the grand final. His journey begins against Plunderbird. The two-wheeled vertical spinners squaring off, S3 and Turin, should be an interesting matchup, battle of similar machines. We'll also see Bad Luck Behemoth once again attempt to exercise his rampant demons when he takes on Sabretooth. But first up, the front hinge flipper Firestorm fancies his chances against the rookie bot and builder, the Alien.
From Heath Hayes in Staffordshire, the Alien.
Give a warm welcome to the Alien and rookie builder Jose Blanco. This bot possesses a large vertical spinner capable of serious damage, but he may not enjoy his time against flippers if his Shreemech isn't firing on all cylinders.
From Durham, Firestorm.
Firestorm has been a feared name in real life, but that factor hasn't fully manifested itself in the Recreate. He lost his only cup match last season to a vertical spinner. Will lightning strike twice?
Stand by. 3, 2, 1.
And here we go. Let's start Heat F with a bang, guys. We want some good, entertaining action from you two, of course. The Alien will love to provide some, looking to impress us all with his first match here. Firestorm already having difficulty getting underneath the Alien, and what's happened here? Firestorm firing the flipper and hooking the vertical spinner of the Alien, and he stopped it briefly. The Alien now hitting the pit release button. Gotta make sure you avoid that hazard. There is no coming back if you fall into that. Both bots will be well aware of the possibilities and the risks. The Alien, though, putting a lot of pressure on Firestorm. Look at the dent he got in the back there in the red paint of Firestorm. That was a decent little shot from the Alien. Firestorm having a lot of difficulty getting underneath the Alien. Of course, he lost to 259 in the first round last year. Wasn't able to get many opportunities, just like today. The smaller machine, and he's having a lot of trouble as we see the Alien again slipping to the side of the wedge with a good shot. I don't know if Firestorm is going to have the pace needed to get momentum and to get underneath the very low Alien. Oh, and there's a flip, but it's not from Firestorm, it's from the Alien. He got to the left side this time of Firestorm, and his weapon helped cause a lot of damage and flipped over the front hinge flipper, who has now found a way back onto his wheels with a little bit of assistance. So far, this is a very good performance from the Alien as both bots teeter near the drop zone. The Alien got underneath Firestorm again, and Firestorm hung around too long. He's getting hit with the bowling balls, and now getting hit by the Alien and finished. Great execution from the Alien, waiting till the last moment to break away from the drop zone. Firestorm got hit, and then again. Wow, how about that? That's 2 fights Firestorm has had in cups against vertical spinners, and he hasn't managed a single flip. The Alien grabs the knockout win, and he advances to the next round. And now it's time for our second match, Behemoth versus Sabretooth.
From Hemel Hempstead, Behemoth.
Who needs Bad Luck Brian when you have Behemoth around? This multi-weapon machine is hoping that this is finally the year he takes home the prize, instead of shame and disappointment.
From Hazelmere, Sabretooth.
One of the many Robot Wars bots to reach unbeaten status, Sabretooth has shown his abilities before, but the lightweight design and reach of his drum spinner may be too much to overcome against the tournament's elite. Well, if we learned anything from the last heat, it's that black and yellow should fare well. So maybe one of these bots will make the heat final, but one has to lose in the first round here. Who will it be? There's a nice little attack by Behemoth, getting underneath and pinching Sabretooth briefly for losing the grip. A bit slow in the pace, though, both machines. That would probably suit Sabretooth better, though he's gotten flipped here by Behemoth as the power of the drum seemed to gyrate him off balance. Another great attack by Behemoth, and then a piece of the plow comes off the front. Sabretooth making sure that drum stayed spinning at all times, and despite getting pinched, he was able to get a piece of Behemoth's plow and rip it clean off. That's going to be a major problem for Behemoth if he's unable to get underneath of his opponents. Sabretooth, so far an okay performance. We've seen what both machines can do. And there's another nice attack by Behemoth as Sabretooth got spun around, but he's immediately in Behemoth's face again. Trying to make sure his opponent doesn't really have a second to breathe. Behemoth struggling to drive and struggling to cope with the power of Sabretooth's drum. There goes another piece of the plow, clean off, and now Behemoth will not have the ability to use that plow. There is no way you can get under Sabretooth. It's all down to the power of the axe. And there isn't a lot of power in the axe, so Behemoth is in trouble. He drives over to the other side of the arena and completely missed the pit release button. He wasn't even close. So I think that tells you a little bit about how his fight's going. Sabretooth chased him down. He's on the attack again, carving away at the front. There goes another piece. And for some reason the drop zone went off, but that's okay. Behemoth crumbling slowly. Sabretooth chipping away slowly at the front of the chassis. Now there goes another piece of Behemoth. And now it is literally all down to the axe. That plow also acts as armor sometimes for Behemoth, so he'll be greatly missing the presence of it. Sabretooth hungry for a knockout here. Behemoth driving very close towards the pit release. Is he trying to lure Sabretooth in? I don't think he is that dumb, but you never know. We've seen bigger mistakes. Just look at Heat A and Carbide. What is Behemoth's strategy going to be? How is he going to get himself back in this fight? He's trying to look around the arena for assistance. There is no tag team terror, Behemoth. It's all you. You're on your own. Figure it out. Oh wait, you don't normally figure it out. I forgot that. I apologize. Sabretooth's figured it out. Chasing down Behemoth again, trying to get this knockout that he so desperately craves. Another little clip there on Sabretooth, and he moves in to finish off Behemoth. Behemoth couldn't run forever, and Sabretooth shows him just that. Bad luck, Behemoth gets an absolute battering as Sabretooth sends him into another miserable off-season. Maybe next time, Behemoth. Maybe next time. Up next, two awkward invertible spinners go head-to-head. Literally, it's S3 and Turin.
From Donisthorpe, Swabbling, Leicestershire, S3.
The Hammerhead Shark S3 hasn't had a lot of fighting experience, and he may not have the best control or the weird design that doesn't work. That's all I got. There's not a lot of good things to this bot.
From Bedfordshire, Turin.
Don't be fooled with just Monsoon with a different paint scheme, but maybe that'll help change the fortunes of this invertible vertical spinner. Monsoon's record is one to forget. Will his alter ego alter his luck?
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1.
Let's have a poll going. Do you think Turin is a ripoff of S3? Comment below. I mean, they are kind of similar, but maybe there's enough differences as the bots go head-to-head directly at each other. Should be a very fun match. Both bots with capable spinners and exposed motors. They are really, really similar, and this really could go either way as we see S3 kind of slip off to the side of Turin's weapon and get a couple hits in. You always want to get a couple hits early, get the confidence building. Turin now trying to back away from S3. Trying to create some distance to get his weapon up to speed again. Now S3 trying to do the same. Look at that, they even have the same tactics. And now there's smoke coming from Turin heavily. I believe S3 got a shot on the weapon motor. Let's take a look again. He spun himself around, and it was direct contact with that motor indeed. Toron's got to be careful because if he loses his weapon, it could be all over for him. As S3 moves in again, Toron lifting up his chassis for some reason, and later in the fight he'll have to lift his weapon off the ground because it's just been ripped clean off by S3. Well, that was the worry. Once the smoke was there, that was the warning for Toron, and he didn't really take it. Now he's flipping his chassis around and just being weird. S3 moving in to try and finish this thing off and make sure it doesn't go to the judges. Sorry if you hear a meowing cat in the background. Tito is upset about something, but Daddy is trying to record the audio for this fight. Tito, you're going to have to wait to play or to go outside, or whatever it is that you desire. S3 moving in again as he pins Toron near the wall. Toron trying to fight back. This weird strategy with what he's doing with his weapon frame, it's almost working and making it more difficult for S3 to get the shots. Why did the pit release go off? Toron didn't touch it. He wasn't close. Are you sure about that, game? Are you absolutely sure? Apparently you are. That's strange. S3 trying to move Toron into the pit. That is now descended, of course. That probably shouldn't be descended, but whatever. We'll carry on. It's always a tough game trying to get your opponent in the pit because they could easily reverse the attack on you. That's why S3, I think, backed away instead of driving forward to finish the chance off. There's a good shot. Toron struggling. He runs over towards the pit and then into his own weapon. S3 boots it off to the side. We don't need any Havoc glitches. We nearly had one that ruined this fight. We've had some in the past. Tito, it's going to be okay. You see more smoke. Is that Toron? It looks like one of the wheel motors is starting to give way. And he's been running for a long time, so that's kind of important. He nearly backs himself into the pit, and he spins around and spins around and spins it in. S3 pressured him just enough, and he forced him into the pit. Oh, why did it just go off now? That was strange. It doesn't matter. Toron still loses, and S3 still wins.
Cease.
New name, new paint, same terrible performances. Toron takes a tumble down the pit, and S3 slides his way into round 2. It's now time for the final match of the first round, with the 5-seed Apollo looking to get his campaign off and running against Plunderbird.
From Birmingham, Apollo.
Fast, good ground clearance, and a powerful weapon make Apollo one of the favorites again this season. After an average Robo Champions League performance in the Patreon tournament, can he soar to loftier heights in this tournament?
From Alton in Hampshire, Plunderbird 5.
It's anyone's guess as to how well this rebuilt Plunderbird will fare this year. It's also anyone's guess as to what exactly his weapon is supposed to do. Pinch? Clamp? Install fear?
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1.
So through 5 heats so far, we've seen some failures from the Seeker machines, but some have won the heat. What will Apollo's fate be today? Well, it's not the best start as he's able to pop himself up as well as... What was that? A weird misflip there from Apollo, but Plunderbird wasn't even near, so he had no reason to fire the weapon. And Plunderbird moved in on the attack and was able to kind of toss him around, get some good little shavings there on the left side of Apollo, and a nice little shot. So, what is the weapon? It's like a little spike that just pokes down. Can't be the most effective, surely, but it is causing Apollo some problems, for sure. Apollo trying to figure out how he's going to get underneath Plunderbird, and he finds a way there, flipping Plunderbird over. I'm not even sure what he caught on Plunderbird. In fact, it looks like he caught the weapon. Plunderbird brought the weapon down. Apollo said, no thank you, and he flipped him, and now lets him sit on the floor flipper. Plunderbird tumbling around, still on his back. Apollo trying to move in. Let's look at that shot again from the floor flipper as Plunderbird plundering around. Is that even a verb? I don't know. I'm just making up my own words now. Leave me alone. Now Apollo has Plunderbird still upended and in the corner. He wants the out of the arena. Is he going to get it? He's not going to get it. He's in fact going to back away. and leave Plunderbird to rot in the CP zone, where he'll be counted out. I think Apollo recognized that he was actually kind of struggling in this fight, so he's just going to take his one opportunity and take the victory into round 2.
Cease.
Apollo, stop. That's uncalled for. Well, if I'm being honest, that wasn't the most solid of a performance from the seated machine, but a win is a win, and Apollo advances to round 2. Speaking of round 2, here are the matches. Apollo's next task is going to be S3, but up first, Cup rookies the Alien and Sabretooth set their sights on the Heat Final.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1.
It's time to see what these two rookies can do. Both bots taking time to get their weapons up to speed. They're both well aware of what the other can do, having watched the previous rounds, having studied the film. Can't really tell who I think is favored here, but when you see Sabretooth drive into the wall like that, the Alien take advantage, well, you gotta think it might be the Alien as we look again. The Alien able to take advantage of the driving mistake, get a couple good shots on Sabretooth. Sabretooth trying to dig his way out of the corner. It looks like he's having some drive issues early on. Isn't really going straight as cleanly as he'd like. And he needs to drive accurately to be able to win this match, but there's some shavings off of both machines. Sabretooth dangerously driving over the floor flipper. We know that has the ability to throw machines out and end fights. Nice little attack there by Sabretooth, but countered well by the Alien. They're trading shot for shot. I think the Alien has gotten a few more, though. A lot of scuff marks on the side of Sabretooth. The Alien tries to make sure that weapon doesn't stop spinning. Now both bots over the unopened pit. Sabretooth just kind of spinning in circles awkwardly. He must really be having some drive issues. I don't remember if we saw this in the first round from him as well. He's still doing a good job of engaging with the Alien and causing some damage. I just don't know how much he's taking compared to what the Alien's dealing with. Now we get a better idea as we see smoke. A good shot there by the Alien, causing one of Sabretooth's motors to start to fail. I don't know if it's a drive or a weapon motor. But Sabretooth coming at the Alien again. He hasn't really slowed down. Another exchange between the two machines as the Alien doesn't look too bothered. The pit release going off again. I don't know if the bot was close enough to hit it, but what's close enough to be hit is Sabretooth as the Alien gets a nice shot on him there. It could be the beginning of the end here for Sabretooth as the smoke pours out of the yellow machine. Maybe yellow was only for the previous heat. Sabretooth trying to hold on, the Alien trying to secure a second knockout victory and secure his place into the Heat Final. The first ever build to appear by Jose Blanco, and it's definitely performing well. Sabretooth trying to lure him over to the other side of the pit. It's a cat and mouse game now, and Sabretooth more than willing to play it. The Alien tagging along. Oh, what a big Havoc glitch! And it throws the Alien out! Well, what are they going to do about this one? They're going to have to look at the time. I think we're beyond the point of a rematch.
Cease.
Well, that was an interesting end to the fight. The Alien well on top and almost had the knockout until the Havoc glitch sent him flying out of the arena. Well, we had more than the 2 minutes, so this fight is going to the judges, who of course are looking at control, damage, style, aggression, strategy, a lot of different factors. But they didn't have much of a difficult time picking out the winner. They've given the win and the Heat Final berth to the Alien. It is Sabretooth that is going to be eliminated, and in unfortunate circumstances, maybe he could have held on and turned that fight around, but the rules are rules. The Alien advances to the Heat Final. Now he'll have to wait and see who he's going to face. Will it be the seeded Apollo, or will it be S3? Let's go find out.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1.
Well, Apollo struggled in the first round against Plunderbird. Let's see how he does here against S3. He gets an early little lift on S3 there, but he's thrown himself a lot already. Gotta be careful with these flipping attacks. He gets a good one there as we take a look at it. He just barely caught the underside of S3, and the front end was able to flip him over nicely. S3, of course, though, can run both ways. He's not as smooth with his driving when he's upside down. Ooh, what a lovely lift that was from Apollo, as S3 was sent straight upward and straight back down. That was gorgeous. Perfect execution from Apollo. And S3 coming crashing down to the floor. He's feeling good after he got that win against Turin in the first round, but Apollo is bringing him back down to earth, and multiple times. Apollo will be starting to get a little bit of confidence, it looks like. He gets another nice flip on S3 as he kind of guides him towards the arena side wall. He would definitely love an out-of-the-arena flip. I don't think he got any last year. He gets behind S3 and runs him into the angle grinder, gets underneath again and topples him over the wall. He got his out-of-the-arena elimination. He was relentless, and what a lovely flip it was. Apollo is a bot on a mission with targets higher than space, and S3 got nowhere close to veering him off course, easily dispatched. The seeded bot makes it to the Heat Final again. That is now 5 times out of 6 heats this year we've seen that. Now our Heat F Final, the newbie, the Alien, and the contender Apollo. Should be an interesting affair. Alright, it's almost time for the Heat F Final, and Tito is very excited. Aren't you? Who do you think's gonna win? I don't think he gave us a straight answer. Sorry, he's a lot heavier. I can't hold him. It's almost time for the Heat F Final between the Alien, who would have guessed he was going to be here, and Apollo, who wouldn't have guessed he was going to be here. Quite the interesting contrast between these two machines, and Apollo knows it's a vertical spinner. He can get underneath and get some flips. That was a big green screen move. Did y'all see that one? I better get this thing going before they get a little bit in too deep. Magic, stop it. Jesus. These damn cats. Rich, how do you think the Heat Final is going to go? Of course, you're still on vacation. Why did I expect you would be back partway through the episode? Whatever. Let's just go to the Heat Final between the Alien and Apollo.
The Alien. Apollo.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
Will Apollo put his name into the semifinals? Or will it be the Alien? And who will have to wait for one of the wild card spots? We're going to need good performances from both machines. Apollo flipped himself early there. He's struggling to deal with the front there of the Alien. It's not the easiest shape to get underneath, and the Alien's getting some good shavings on Apollo. He's rattled early on here, Apollo, as he goes again at the Alien. Alien getting a sidestep. Apollo timing some of these flips a little too early, but that one he got perfectly, flipping the Alien over. Now we'll see how the Shroomek works for the Alien, as Apollo sends him closer to the arena wall. Is he trying to get another out of the arena? Well, not only does he doesn't get it, he makes a mistake and gets the Alien back on his wheels. That could be a problem for Apollo. He wanted to be a gentleman. He wasn't in the first round against Plunderbird, and now the Alien spinning on his side and teetering back onto his wheels. That was a nice, lovely attack by Apollo. The Alien, though, kept the weapon going, and that kept him in this fight, perhaps. If he had flipped over, I doubt Apollo would have been nice a second time, but we won't know. This is a pretty good Heat Final so far. Both machines giving it their all. Apollo with another half lift on the Alien. He's not getting the purchase he needs to get some solid flips like we saw against S3. The Alien is making it very difficult. Apollo riding backwards. The Alien trying to move in and get a couple more shots. This has been a fairly entertaining Heat Final. One of the contenders for the nut is Apollo, built by the Seaborg, a veteran builder, but the rookie is giving him a good match. Apollo trying to run a little bit. Wonder what the tactic is there. The alien getting some more shots. He's been putting in a shift here. And whoever loses this heat final might have a strong case for one of the wildcard spots. We see the alien again sidestep Apollo and get a good shot on the right of the chassis. This is going to be a very close call if this goes to the judges right now. I would have the alien on top. He's been a bit more aggressive, and he's only really gotten flipped a couple times. But how much damage has Apollo taken? Is it enough for the alien? He's still got time. If he can cause some more, Apollo needs to get another flip to really make himself feel more confident. He's trying to figure out how to do just that. Clock is ticking. The alien is on the chase. We're into the final 10 seconds. This is going to be a very close heat final, and it really could go either way, but it's going one way for sure, and that's to the judges. Let's take a look at some of these replays. A lot of this fight was the alien bouncing around off of Apollo and getting some good shots, but there was the first flip Apollo had. He could have left the alien right then and there. He chose to self-right him. Well, not really a self-right, is it? Then there's another shot from Apollo. The alien did well here to hold on. This is going to be a close decision. And I can't wait to find out who's going to win this. Oh boy, what a close heat final that was. Apollo didn't get too many flips, but did the alien get many good hits either? The heat final has gone to the judges, who will be of course looking at strategy, control, damage, and aggression. And the winner, advancing to the series semi-final, is the alien! The rookie's pissed off the bookies, and against all odds, he's one heat F over the seeded Apollo. What a story we have here, and it'll carry on to the next phase of the competition. Congrats, the alien! Well, our seeded machines have provided a lot of entertainment so far. We've seen Carbide and 13 Black both get eliminated in the heat final. We've also seen Can Opener and Storm 2 win the heat finals. Fluffy didn't even make it to his heat final. He lost in the first round. But Apollo here with, well, I don't know, what can I say? It was just a very lackluster performance from him, and it might come to bite him if he doesn't get one of those wildcard spots. But tonight is not about Apollo, it is about our rookie builder, Jose Blanco, and his first ever appearance on the channel with the alien. It's going pretty well, isn't it? The alien winning Heat F and keeping hope for all the underdogs alive. Except for the one dog, bulldog breed that's already out of the competition. But let's just ignore him. Let's concentrate on the theoretical underdogs, not the actual dogs. For everyone that's been a part of this competition, thank you all for watching. I am the Barangoat. Teal and Magic would also like to say hi. That was your cue to meow. You do it every other time I'm recording. Goodbye.